Should runners always run at a cadence of 180 steps a minute? You've probably heard this number floated around out there. This is allegedly the ideal cadence that every runner should aspire to. And in this video, I want to talk about why that's not the case and how you can find out a much more accurate cadence number for you. Runners used to pay a lot more attention to their cadence, especially right after Chris McDougall's Born to Run came out. This book really made runners pay attention to their footwear and to their form. And cadence is a really important aspect of your running form. If we know your cadence, we can infer a lot of things about your running form. So it is a really important metric to track. And the number 180 was popularized by Jack Daniels. He's a coach, not the maker of the whiskey, but Jack Daniels is the author of the book Daniels Running Formula, and he discovered once while he was at the Olympics that he noticed all the elite runners were jogging around the track as they were warming up for their races at a cadence of about 180 steps per minute. And this was discussed in his book Daniels Running Formula, and a lot of runners took that to mean I should run at a cadence of 180 steps a minute too. And while it is a very good number that maybe some of us can aspire to, it's also an incomplete number. This is not a number that we should be running at all the time. Let's discover why. So here's the thing about cadence. Cadence is actually dependent upon your running speed. So your pace dramatically affects your cadence. I actually stopped recording an episode of the Strength Running podcast because my guest was spreading misinformation and I refused to publish that. This person was saying that a cadence of 180 should be your cadence no matter what. No matter what pace you're running, no matter what terrain you're running, no matter any of the other factors that might be impacting your cadence, should be irrelevant. You should always be running at a cadence of 180 steps per minute. And this is wrong. This is absolutely incorrect. If you go and run really fast, you are going to have to take much faster steps. You are going to have a faster cadence. And that's because there's really only two ways to run faster. You can take longer steps or you can take faster steps. Most runners do a combination of both. You combine both strategies to run faster. You exert more force into the ground so that you take longer steps, and you also increase your cadence so that you take more of those faster, more powerful steps. This video is sponsored by Goodr sunglasses. I'm Jason Fitzgerald for Goodr. Our newest sponsor is Goodr sunglasses. Well, I'm not just a spokesman for Goodr, I'm also a client. Look, I'm not going to pretend. You guys know that I've been wearing Goodr sunglasses in my videos for years. I don't need them to sponsor my YouTube channel, but I'm thrilled that they finally are. Goodr sunglasses are my favorite sunglasses out there. They're made for running. There's no slip or bounce because of the technology that they use. And every single pair is 100% polarized, so you're gonna protect your eyes out there from the sun. But most importantly, you're gonna look amazing. You're gonna look good bombing down the trail or the road, and even if you fall on your face on the trail and smash your sunglasses, you're gonna be able to easily replace them because they're very affordable. Goodr sunglasses only start at $25 per pair. And I love that Goodr is a carbon neutral company. They donate 1% of profits to environmental causes. They're just a great company doing good things for the running community. And if you'd like to get free shipping on your next pair of hot Goodr sunglasses, go to goodr.com/strengthrunning, and that's where you can see the special offer they've put together for our YouTube subscribers.
They have a 30-day money-back guarantee, but I really don't think you're gonna need it. Enjoy your Goodr sunglasses. Go to goodr.com/strengthrunning and you'll be able to get free shipping on your next order. Thank you, Goodr, for sponsoring our YouTube channel.
Now that we know that cadence is dependent upon speed, we know that any cadence number we talk about is essentially a moving target. It's going to change based on what pace we're running. So if you ever hear runners or coaches talking about cadence, it's always about your cadence during an easy run. Okay, so when you're running easy, this is the time to measure your cadence. And let's be very aware of the fact that your cadence is going to be impacted by a lot of other things that are going on with your training. So if you're running very technical trails, your cadence might be faster than if you were running on a very smooth concrete sidewalk. Or if you're running very, very fast, your cadence is going to be much, much faster than if you were just running a very slow recovery effort. So don't fall under this illusion that we always have to have a cadence of a certain number. It's very variable, especially based on your speed. So if you're curious what your cadence actually should be when you're out there running your easy effort, it kind of depends on what your easy pace is. So for example, if your easy running pace is slower than 10 minutes a mile, your cadence is very fine if it's in the 160s. So let's try to get your cadence into the mid 160s if your easy running pace is slower than 100 or 10 minutes a mile. Now, if your easy running pace is faster than 10 minutes a mile, your cadence should ideally be in the 170s. This enables you to have a quicker, more efficient foot strike so that you're not taking long bounding steps. When you have a cadence that's kind of slow, if your cadence is in the 150s, oh my God, I almost fell on some ice. This is gonna slow you down. So anyway, if your cadence is in the 150s, you're probably gonna have these long bounding strides. And it's not only inefficient to run like that, but it's gonna really increase your injury risk. So we definitely wanna avoid that kind of loping, bounding stride. A cadence in the right range is gonna help you with that. It's gonna prevent your enhanced injury risk, and it's also gonna prevent a lot of impact force on your leg that's a little bit unnecessary. And if you find that your cadence is too slow, you'd like to increase your cadence, there's a lot of different ways to do that. Number one, my favorite, let's practice running fast frequently. You're gonna do a really good job of ingraining a quicker, faster cadence into your neuromuscular system, and your brain will be able to communicate that faster, snappier cadence to your legs as you're out there running. So make sure we're doing strides, hill sprints. We're doing a weekly workout. We are practicing running fast frequently. That's our number one most effective way to increase your cadence. We can also do some heavy weightlifting. That's gonna really make our legs stronger. You're gonna feel a little bit more springy, and that's gonna help you just feel better when you're out there running. It's gonna make that faster cadence a little bit more possible. Another really great way to increase your cadence is to simply get on the treadmill and experiment with a faster cadence while you're running the same pace. So a big mistake that often happens with runners is that when they try to increase their cadence, they end up running faster. We want to have a faster cadence at the same easy pace that we've been running. We don't want to just start running faster. That's way too stressful. And so a treadmill is great. You'll be able to control the speed while you play with your cadence and increase it or decrease it and really get a feel for what that cadence feels like. So runners, if you've ever wondered where your cadence should be, hopefully now you know. And now you know some really effective ways to increase your cadence and get into that right range so that you can be as efficient as possible and you can reduce your injury risk. All great things we want as runners. And if you found this video helpful, make sure you get our cues cheat sheet. The cues cheat sheet is a collection of some of my favorite cues that are going to help you improve your running form, run a little bit more economically so that you can ultimately race faster.